at some point. Those are all great things to acknowledge. Derek Barnes, Zach. I don't really need Zach Cunningham. He was just brought in for depth purposes, but oh my god, you guys love Zach Cunningham. Why do you love Zach Cunningham that much? I mean, right? It says left outside linebackers one of your needs, not right outside linebacker. But honestly, F it. Sure. Why not? I think that pick has some boomer bust potential where it's 30 now, but it could become like a mid 20s. I have to pick up a center to replace Frank Ragnow, so I'm willing to throw in another player. Yeah, DJ Reader can always move to defensive end. We already re-signed, yeah, and then Pashka will be here, so Marcus Davenport can kind of go too. For being honest with you, we'll send him somewhere else though. We'll use him to recoup some draft capital after we make this trade. So Zach Cunningham will go. We'll keep Adoree Jackson for now. He'll be a next year guy who we lose. I'll offer Brandon Joseph, I guess. I will no longer offer Brandon Joseph because you guys do not appreciate what I offer. I'll throw in a sixth round pick. Fine, screw it. All right. So with this year's second, a future third, fourth, and this year's sixth, and Zach Cunningham to move up into the first round. A bit of a gamble trade for sure, but this early on, I don't see the Raiders getting me a pick worse than 30. If anything, it only has potential to be a better pick. And I'm going to sign two players, someone to replace Frank Ragnow because he's hurt for 7 weeks, and then someone else to take over for the depth we have from the injuries. Well, we lost our chance at DJ Humphries. That kind of sucks. Um, Andre Dillard's all right. Hmm. I mean, I guess Gabe Jackson would probably make the most sense. He fits the scheme. All right, we'll sign Gabe Jackson, and then we'll sign. Um, do we need to sign another corner? No, we really don't. Don't need to sign another corner. Ooh, Lorenzo Carter's in free agency, and Anthony Barr. Those are all great options. Um, hmm. Oh, I have a 53-man roster. Okay, we're golden. Oh, Marcus Davenport was the guy I was gonna trade. You know what? That's fine. Actually, no. Let's just do it. Hold on. He's like hardly in the rotation. So we'll offer Marcus Davenport, which I actually do like Marcus Davenport, by the way. But Marcus Davenport can get us Denzel Perriman in 2/7. Huh. You know, I could consider this trade. Hold on. Denzel Perriman. Do you have 2 years left on your deal or one? One. Um, I actually do like Marcus Davenport. It's just I don't think I'm gonna resign him. That's why I'm like, ooh, maybe I should go get picks and stuff. Aren't you 27? If we don't get to a contract extension by next season, no, not by next season, by next week, then I'll look at making some trades. That's my game plan there. Okay, I actually don't know how long Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be out, so I'm not going to rush to trade. I'm not going to rush to trade Christian Watson at the moment. We lost to the Cowboys. Damn it. All right. How long is St. Brown out for? I know Frank Ragnow's out for like 5 more weeks. Oh, he's back now. Okay. So Frank Ragnow will be back in 2 weeks, and St. Brown is back from his injury. Awesome. Um, can we negotiate a contract with Marcus Davenport? If he wants to stay with the team, cool, great. He only wants a 1 year deal though. I think I'll find plenty of depth. I don't think it's worth me resigning him when I can find plenty of depth at the same position. I do like Marcus Davenport. I genuinely like Marcus Davenport. I just can't fathom that deal at the moment is worth it. Uh, Brandon Joseph, maybe. I am gonna trade Marcus Davenport for draft picks at this point because I think the trade I made for Hassan Reddick, now that we've re-signed him, will pay dividend. So at this point, um, he's not getting snaps, and I'm pretty sure he wants to be a starter somewhere. And he's young enough to where a team might say, "Oh, okay, we'll give you something for him." Um, he's a left end. What team really wants a left end? You want a right end. What team really wants a left end? Not right end. Left end. Left end, left end, left end. Going once, going twice. Maybe it's a you, maybe it's a you, it's a me, Mario. Who wants a left end? Chargers, you want a left end. Oh, well, makes sense. You did offer me freaking. You did indeed offer me Denzel Perriman and draft picks. Obviously, pick 10 is off the table, but I'm just going to see how close I get. It's like, what if I offered like 30? Pick 30 and, I'll pick 28 now in Marcus Davenport for 10. That is way closer than it should be. That is way closer than it should be. Um, do I do I believe the Chargers pick is actually going to be that good though? Is it too early on to tell? Is this just a product of them not having a high overall receivers? Because why is your pick projected 10? Gus the Bus is a pretty good running back. You have Justin Herbert. Your defense is decent. I mean, I'm not really convinced. You do have to play the Raiders, who for some reason being good, and you have to face the Chiefs. So maybe I do make this trade. Maybe. Maybe I do. Maybe I throw in a fourth. Okay, maybe a fourth doesn't do anything. Um, I'm not giving you Christian Watson on top of that. That'd be way too much to give you. Because then that pick wouldn't be as valuable because you would just be a better team. I'm willing to throw in the O linemen who are going to leave my team as well. I'm willing to throw them into the trade. Like, Coyote's just going to leave me. So you can have Coyote as well. I think I'm going to trade for this Chargers pick. I think it might be a smart investment. It also might be me overbuying the fact that I think I can win this trade when I probably won't. But I'm somewhat convinced that this is a good decision. 3/4, pick 28 projected, Marcus Davenport and Coyote Awosika, and we get the projected at the moment pick 10. And the reason why I'm okay with this is because I think I might have more boomer bust potential with that 10th projected pick than with the Raiders pick, because the Raiders, they were good in the last few Sims that I did anyway. And I kind of thought that there was a chance that they might just be a lot worse. David Bakhtiari is cool, but he's on a one-year deal, and I could have signed him in free agency. So no. Miles Murphy, no. Cortland Sutton, don't need more receivers, so no. Second-round pick, that is still cool, but no. Greg Newsome, we do need corner. And, ooh, we do need corner. Oh, we genuinely need corner. Here's my problem with getting Greg Newsome. I want to. But the money is still going to be such a problem. Unless he's under contract. No. You offered me jack shit for Kevin Zeitler, so fuck yourselves. Like Jalen Thompson, but no. Asante Samuel, that would be pointless because I could have just given you my first round pick for Asante Samuel beforehand. There's plenty of good trades we could do. Yep, there's a lot of good trades we could do. However, I will wait till the draft just in case the Chargers end up being worse and the pick's more valuable. And if the pick ends up being less valuable, okay, we just draft a player. Like Kyron Williams, that's an elite offer. It's very good. I have Gibbs and Monty, so it's not necessary. But otherwise, that's not a bad offer at all. Odafe, my defense is kind of... I do need a linebacker. I get a second, a third. Yeah, I mean, sign me up, man. Plenty of good trades, in my opinion. Nico Collins, Tony Pollard. We're going to keep the pick for now. I think moving on from Marcus Davenport was smart because we paid James Houston the fourth. We paid James Houston the fourth. And because of that, we want him to play and develop. And Marcus Davenport is like 4 years older. So our receivers are healthy again. Christian Watson, if we want to trade him during the draft, we can. We have plenty of depth at receiver as it is between our big three. Center, we're gonna be getting back Greg now soon. Ideally, it would make more sense to play Graham Glasgow at center than Greg Jackson, but we'll play both. What we got? Um, Still got Malcolm Rodriguez here. Someone else on the linebacker core must have gotten hurt because I thought there was another guy here at some point. I will say this though. Are you getting a lot of sacks? Here's what I need to know. Are you getting a lot of sacks? Yes or no? 2.5. 2.5 across 5 games. Yeah, that's not the worst. I think we might be better playing him at linebacker. If Malcolm Rodriguez even has like a sack and a half, then I'm convinced that that's true. He has half a sack. Okay. So maybe I'm wrong here. But I'm going to do a full-on commit to the run-stop game. What are you doing here at right end? You're a power rusher. Can DJ Reader be a power rusher? Because DJ Reader could move to right end. He could. We can move DJ Reader to right end. Hear me out. DJ Reader could become our right end. He could be our power rusher there. Lee McNeil could be our starting D tackle. And then Hassan Reddick could be our starting right outside linebacker. We could do this, and then we could do this. I'm going to try this out for a week and see how they do. Going to put Kirby Joseph back here. Going to start Brian Branch. Terry Arnold, please stay in the slot. You're a superstar. That makes me so happy, by the way. I'd prefer you in the slot. You know what? F it. Make Rakestraw in the slot then. We can trade Adoree Jackson next week. That'd be a next week problem. If you're a superstar corner, sign me up, buddy. Return man or strip? Well, we'll give you a strip because you're not really playing as a return man. So, actually, I think he can be. He can be a return man, can he? Alright, yeah, hold on. Oh no, he can't. Okay, never mind. If he was a hold man, I would have tried it. So next week, our offensive line should be good again, and we can figure out what we're going to do with Adoree Jackson, and we can figure out if there's any other big moves we should do. Actually, just trade Adoree Jackson now. I think next week's the trade deadline. So what's going to be our big trade deadline move, you ask? Trade Adoree Jackson. That's kind of it. I'm basically just looking for some draft picks since I've traded way too many of those. You'd give me Tyler Algier for Adoree Jackson? I don't need Tyler Algier, but that honestly makes sense for me just to get the best player I can. Why are you guys so bad? I mean, I'm not far away from getting this second round pick, but I think Tyler Algier, does he just not have trade value? Or you guys just really, really want a corner? What's your corner situation? You have AJ Terrell. Oh. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Makes sense. You can give me... I'm gonna pretend like I can get all those, just because I'm curious what you'll say to me. You're actually not too far away from saying yes. That's the funny... Oh my god. Tyler Algier, a 4th and a 5th? Oh, hell yeah, man. We're just gonna do some flipping real quick. So we got a 4th and a 5th so far, and we could probably trade Tyler Algier for some picks as well. There's no point in keeping him, is there? What if we move Sion Vaki to safety? We could move him to safety and just keep Tyler. Not like it would make sense, but we could. What can we get for Tyler? Alex Singleton and a pick. I'll keep Tyler till draft time. If we want to move him, we will. And if we have any injuries, Vaki can always move over to safety. That's what I'll do there. So we'll sim this week against the Vikings, and the Vikings like to be good in the sim sometimes, as they beat me. Nice. Um, any last second offers for Christian Watson? Dawson Knox is on the Bills now. I mean, on the Vikings. Did the Vikings trade Dawson Knox there? Or I just didn't remember Dawson Knox being on the Vikings. A $7 million cap hit. If he's under contract, I will take that trade because that trade to me makes a lot of sense. Because I like to utilize my tight ends, Dawson Knox. I can definitely get involved when I have him and Sam Laporta, Alexander Johnson. Yes, we need the defense. The defense could be helpful, but we're not really getting any great defensive trades. I'm not sending him to the Eagles. That's just me giving myself more competition. Gerald Everett on the Bears. I get him at 6 and a 7. Um, I don't want to just straight up accept this trade, but I want to counter offer that trade. I like that trade enough to consider trying to make something happen. Let me go talk to the Vikings. Give myself that one other ball catcher. I like the idea. Hey, a long time ago, we gave you TJ Hawkinson, so maybe you can give us Dawson Knox, who's on a 3-year deal. That'll be my tight end core. I'll have Sam Laporta, Brock Wright, and Dawson Knox. They also offered me 2 7s last time. Maybe they were lowballing me. Maybe I can get a little bit more if I play my cards right. I understand they're going to say no, and that's fine. They probably should. I would think they were really dumb if they said yes to that trade. Not going to lie. I mean, can I get Dawson Knox and I don't know, can I get multiple fourths or something? I don't know. So that's for a bunch of mid picks. Can I have some mid picks with Dawson Knox? Take out the fourth. Take out the other fourth. Okay, Dawson Knox and 2 5s. See, they only offered me Dawson Knox and 2 7s. Now I'm getting Dawson Knox and 2 5s. I thought about this. Oh, the only thing I didn't think about is the fact that Dawson Knox is going to cost more money. But, it is what it is. So now, as much as I like James Mitchell might have to get traded because Brock Wright is making, like, what, $4 million a year or something like that? He's getting paid money. He's getting paid. So, James Mitchell can go. Brock Wright can be tight end 3. Tight end position's all set. Receiver looks good. Don't have to draft a receiver. Worry about receiver. Running back is all fine. Where's Sion Vaki? I don't know where he went, but that makes me sad. I'll find him. Left tackle, left guard. He should be back soon. That's great. I'm just going to play Christian Mahogany. At this point, I'm just going to play Christian Mahogany. It's fine. Maybe I'll offer Stephen Gilmore. No, I'll keep him for now. I don't know much about Kenny Logan, if I'm just being honest with you. I'll offer these 3 guys in a package, and then I'll just go pick up some guys on 1-year deals, and we'll call it a day. That'll be my big trade deadline. Giants, let's help each other out a little bit here. Maybe y'all can toss me a future 3rd and 6th round pick if you're feeling nice. Oh, for some reason I thought the young guys would have more value. How about a 4th and a 6th? How about a 4th? Oh, not even a 4th. Oh, damn. Okay, my bad. 5th, 6th, and 7th. 1 pick for each player. I'm just kidding. I kind of figured that'd be too much. Alright, cool. Awesome. Let me look at my depth chart and see where I should pick up some guys on 1-year deals just to fill out the roster. I probably didn't need to trade Greg Jackson for that reason, but it's okay. It's whatever. Tight ends looking good. Receivers looking good. Running back looking good. Oh, there's Vaki. Okay. Quarterback looks good. I'm just going to it's only 1 more week. Mahogany can play center. This 1 week. It's okay. Alright, linebacker looks fine. Put Brian put Brian Joseph, not Brian Joseph, Brian Branch. Brian Branch, go back there. Cool, thank you. DJ Reader, go back to playing D tackle. We're not playing you at linebacker anymore. And it's Rakestraw over Amik Robertson. Khalif Raymond's our returner. You put Kirby Joseph in the slot. You know what? Yeah, let Kirby Joseph play the slot. That's fine. Kirby Joseph can play the slot. Amon Ra as our slot receiver. Running backs are fine. Okay. This is the best our team's going to look for now. We can sign some one-year deals if anyone wants to join the team last second. I mean, there's plenty of, like, okay guys we could add. Like, yeah, there's plenty of okay guys we could add. We could add John Jenkins. We can add Deron Harmon. You know, let's bring Deron Harmon back to the team. Why not? Alright, that's 49 players, so we can add 4 more. Some depth at D tackle, give us John Jenkins. Some O-line depth. O-line depth could be good. Give me. Matt Collins doesn't wear shoes. Maybe I don't need much help, actually. Ooh, Amir Abdullah. Yeah, just give me, like, one more O-lineman. I think we're cooking. Bad Elfin. Bad Elfin it is. You're not even better than Christian Mahogany. But you know what? For depth purposes, we'll take you. Because injuries do happen in football. Well, this is one of those occasions where I wasn't planning on competing too much year one. I was just going to make a few trades and then sim the season. But at this point, I figured I'd go in. I like that. That looks good. I like this. This looks good. I'll put you back here. Alright, do this one more time. You there. You there. Okay. Alright, at this point, we're just simming every week. We're going to try to compete. And then we'll get to the playoffs and our off-season and see what position we're in. When can I see Mock Draft 2? I want to see Mock Draft 2. I've only seen Mock Draft 1 so far. I don't remember when Mock Draft 2 comes out, so we'll just wait. Well, because now I have pick 10. The Chargers were projected to get Dimitri Campbell. Well, I traded a lot of picks for Hassan Reddick and Mike Evans, so we'll answer media question. Yeah, let's talk to the media real quick. What's up, media? Well, consistently. Okay, I should read the question. It's been up and down the first half of for your team this season. What do you expect for the second half of the season? I truly believe the level that we could take it to in the Super Bowl. Yep. Goes Terry and Arnold said Super Bowl. We're going for the Super Bowl, baby. Are we 4-4? You're damn right we're 4-4. You're lucky that's a really cool sound, and it's also really fucking loud. Oh, finally, Mark Draft 2's out, and we get to face the Jags. We have a 92 offense, so the offseason's going to just be revamping our defense, basically. The Patriots are projected the first pick. They're ideally taking a linebacker, so are the Falcons. Should have done it in real life. Projectively, you're taking a defensive end. Defensive end. Wow, this entire first 6 picks are all defensive players. They're all either linebackers or ends. The Browns are going to be going receiver, which is interesting because they have Jerry Jeudy and Amari Cooper, so we'll worry about that later. The Giants are thinking about going quarterback. Smart. We no longer have the projected 10th pick. We now have the projected 14th pick, but Ed Minter is the projected guy we could take with 14, which is fine. Yeah, the pick dropped a few. Totally expected. The pick might end up even being a top 20 instead of being a pick 10. But again, had a lot of boomer bust potential, and if we traded the pick when it was 10, thinking that we could get a haul of assets, and then if the Chargers end up being worse, well, then we missed out on a potential top 5 pick. So, gotta make your moves when you can. Don't need a tackle. Yeah, no, definitely don't need tackle. Defense is going to be the route we go with our first round pick, regardless of what pick it is. Um, there's still a world where we trade the pick that we got from the Chargers, but I'm not going to do that. I will, however, look at league transactions because I know I got Dawson Knox. I'm just curious, was that a trade? Was Dawson Knox a trade to the Vikings, or was this a real life thing that I just never knew that happened? Oh, okay, no, it was in the game. Okay, so the Bills signed Allen Robinson. They traded Dawson Knox to the Vikings for safety Josh Metellus and a seventh round selection, and then they've released Terrell Burgess. Interesting. Okay. Not like I understand that's not the craziest trade ever, but it's an interesting trade. I would not have expected a trade like that to happen. They're definitely giving Dalton Kincaid the go ahead, which I can respect. I'm gonna look at I don't know. I would look at franchise tag at this point. Let's look at traded players. What's the rest of the league doing? The Chargers traded a sixth round pick to the Jaguars and required the rights to Devin Duvernay. Okay. Yeah, I traded some guys for some picks. I did that. Uh, I traded Christian Watson to the Vikings. Yep, for Dawson Knox. I traded Dory Jackson to the Falcons, and in return, I got a draft pick, and I got Tyler Algier. I traded for pick 10 with the Chargers. Any trades that are like crazy that I didn't notice? Jalen Warren to the Bengals. Interdivision trade for Hunter Renfrow. Jalen Warren for Hunter Renfrow? And a sixth round pick? Hunter Renfrow and a sixth round pick for Jalen Warren. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Eagles trade. Wait. Eagles trade right tackle Mekhi Becton to the Chiefs. So they signed Mekhi Becton and then traded him to the Chiefs. Smart move, Eagles. Give yourself more competition. Drake Jackson goes to the Giants. Ed Ingram gets traded to the Packers. I'm assuming that was part of the. Oh, never mind. That was part of the Christian Watson trade. I traded Christian Watson. And then the Packers also traded for corner from the Vikings. For Ed Ingram. Okay. So no huge trades, but a lot of definitely interesting trades. I think we got the best player from a trade from all the trades I've looked at. I'm not re-signing anyone else, so we could just sim to playoffs, but I'm just kind of watching what happens. The Bears have an 84 overall defense, makes sense. They have Montez Sweat. They do have some more assets on defense than I do. We're 7-5 currently. I think if we could end the season with only 7 losses, that would be ideal. I think a 10-7 season would be ideal at the moment. Just my opinion, though. We get a bye week. Are we? What are we? What? We're 8-7. Okay, here's our game. We're 8-7. Now we're taking on the 49ers. We lost to the Bears and the Bills. I don't know. The Niners are annoying. In fact, they're very annoying. But whatever. So we're 8-8, and now we have to take on the freaking Vikings, who are 12 and whatever the hell. Why are they 12 and whatever the hell? I don't know. I didn't ask. I'll ask at the next meeting why they're 12 and whatever the hell. JJ McCarthy is just helping them destroy this division. We somehow have the advantage offensively and overall wise, but our defense is at the same number overall, but they're probably going to beat me. So that's annoying. Are we going to just miss the playoffs? Or are we going to just make the playoffs? Both are very plausible options. Winning assures we make the playoffs, though. And we lost, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, no, we won. And now we have to face them in the wild card. Oh. Well, how about that? Well, how about that? All right, so let's see what pick. What pick are we getting in the draft? Is it 14? No, it actually did go back up to 7. So if I traded it when it was 10, it would have went up to 7. So I did a good thing keeping my pick. The defensive ends are still very high on the board. The Giants moved up to pick 3 so they can take their quarterback then. The Falcons are now projected to take the linebacker that I was projected to get, so screw you. But at pick 7, I could get a defensive end. I could also get a power rusher in Zach Stallworth. I could also get George Starling. I could also trade down if there's a guy that I think is more worth me drafting. So plenty of options for sure. We don't need receiver. Linebacker may or may not be a big need for us. Tackles shouldn't at all be even a consideration. And I think guards are relatively replaceable. A corner is a maybe. Corner is a maybe. And D tackle is also a maybe. No, D tackle shouldn't be a maybe. Never mind. Defensive end is the way to go. You're a D at finesse moves, but you're great at power. And we do need an ideal power rusher. So Robert McLeod is definitely a considerable asset for me. But so is this Dimitri guy. Actually, no. His power moves is a C. And at the defense position where he'd be playing, I would need him to kind of be a power rusher. So he wouldn't really fit the bill of what I need anyway. Zach Stallworth, though. Zach Stallworth might be the guy. Or George Starling. Either of these guys could be nice. If I genuinely choose to draft a player in the draft instead of trading down. The whole point was to get as much assets as possible. We just beat the Vikings 19-10. So I'm going to hope we do it again. And if we don't, well, I wasn't meant to play the first year anyway. So it won't hurt if we lose. I'm going to assume we lost, but okay, I don't like that screen. Aw, we lost by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. That stinks. The 49ers destroy the Seahawks, so that makes my day. The Cowboys destroy the Saints. Ew. The Bills hump over the Jets just barely. The Ravens beat the Jags like they should. The Bengals and the Jags have the Bengals and the Dolphins have probably the most unexpected lowest scoring game of all the damn teams. I would have assumed that either of those teams offensively would have done more. But yeah, I mean, like the Ravens and Chiefs being here is pretty realistic. Bills and Bengals being here is pretty realistic. 49ers being here is realistic. Cowboys and Eagles more or less realistic. The Vikings a little less realistic, but we can play ball. I mean, I guess yeah, no, we really just need a better defense, and then we truly can be Super Bowl contenders. Our offense is fine. Our defense is still in shambles. Ravens and Niners, not at all the match you probably wouldn't expect. It all makes sense. Let's check out the leaders of stats and stuff, and then we'll check out the awards. We were 12th in offense and 5th in defense. It's weird that you say that. 19-9. Didn't really throw many touchdowns, which is weird. It's actually really weird that you didn't throw many touchdowns because you have, Mike Evans and Amon-Ra St. Brown, but it's okay. Monty had 13 touchdowns, despite only getting 400 yards. Well, good job, Monty. And Gibbs. Yeah, these guys not getting past the ball enough is a problem. We have plenty of ball catchers. I might consider a new scheme if that's the case, just because I don't like the idea of my ball catchers not getting the ball. Alex Anzalone did a good job. 11 sacks from Aiden Hutchinson, 8.5 from Hassan Reddick, doing a good job at doing his job. Lee McNeil with 4.5 as well. Some good help from our linebackers. Kirby Joseph with 3 picks, Terry Arnold with 2. He definitely could be our corner 2 and eventually our corner 1. We already re-signed Carlton Davis. So yeah, just getting that third corner, we can hopefully Ennis Rakestraw could be good there. Braden Joseph also got an interception just like he did in real life. He got one in the game as well. So that's pretty cool. Jake Bates, 20 of 30. It could be better, could be worse. I mean, it's not very good, but it's all right. Don't worry about it. Who's your MVP? It is Patrick Mahomes. Who's your coach of the year? It is Andy Reid. Who's your offensive player of the NFC? It's Jalen Hurts. Fred Warner is your decoy of the NFC. Caleb Williams outbeat J.J. McCarthy, despite J.J. McCarthy having, in my opinion, what would have been a better season. Jared Verse was the best defensive rookie. Arnold was 8th. Best quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Best running back is Zeke. That's interesting. Romeo Dobbs. Best receiver. Gonna have to check that out. Zach Martin, best O-line. Rashawn Gary, best defensive line. Jalen Johnson, best corner. Chase McLaughlin, best kicker. I think we should keep the same offensive scheme, but I think we should shimmy around with a different defensive scheme. I mean, other way around, actually. Different offensive scheme, same defensive scheme. Who led the league in yards? Dak Prescott, 45 to 10. Well, you know who did good at rushing the ball? Zeke. So maybe they know something I don't know. I don't know. Najee Harris, Pacheco. I mean, Montgomery was up there for rushing touchdowns. I mean, Zeke's up there for rushing touchdowns too. So the way we can utilize Monty might work out there, and then Gibbs can be like a secondary in that position, which I know sounds odd, but if we were to adopt that theme, like we would have a receiver like this. Like this is the kind of stuff that Mike Evans and Amon-Ra St. Brown could do. Because we'd have St. Brown in the slot and Mike Evans as the deep threat receiver. So our O-line would, our receiving core would be even better. So we're going to take that route. We will just check out and see who led the league in some of the stats, like who had the most tackles. It was Jordan Hicks. Who had the most tackles for loss? It was Von Miller with 26. A sack leader was Josh Hines Allen, a.k.a. Josh Allen. Quinn Williams had 17. Chris Jones had 16.5. 16.5 for Rashawn Gary. A more stabilized sack season. Like sometimes you see some crazy things. These seem like relatively realistic-ish numbers. Jalen Ramsey had 7 picks. Fred Warner had 7 picks. Sauce Gardner had 7 picks. Some crazy pick years for some of these guys. Who led the league in receiving touchdowns? 18 from Romeo Doubs, 17 from Rashid Rice, 13 from Nico Collins. Last time I did this, St. Brown had 17. But again, that was then, this is now, so let's not worry about that. Alright, who wins the Super Bowl? Harbaugh versus Shanahan. And your Super Bowl winners are 49ers. Screw you. You beat the Lions in real life. I don't like you. But anyway, 49ers beat the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. Not too unrealistic. Brock Purdy wins. Jared Verse wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Brian Thomas Jr. wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. So the Jags had a lot of good players, and the Chiefs were good. Things we already know. Nothing too ridiculous compared to real life, so I can kind of respect that. The Cardinals fired Jonathan Gannon? And the Giants fired Dable. Okay. Neither of which are people who are going to come to my staff, but I mean, I wouldn't mind them on my staff, just saying, but I don't think they're going to come to my staff anyway. Talent. 1 X Factor ready. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. I wish I could view who else was an option. Halfback guru. 1 X Factor ready. X Factor ready halfback guru. I'm changing my scheme for receivers, so you're gonna have to get yeeted, buddy. Does anyone have a talent for receivers? Because if so, I would like you. Blocker focus, lined it up. Quarterback coach. You are indeed a quarterback coach, but you're not needed for this. Pass catcher focus. Kevin Stefanski. Interesting. X Factor running, pass blocker. Offensive line guru. Oh, my offensive line's fine. Quarterback guru. Maybe receiver gurus? Receiver guru. Here we go. Alright, Rod. Come to the staff, buddy. All right, and the next video we will pick up with the off season.